Hello guys and welcome back to our channel Barcaadmirers for your daily coverage of all the latest news updates and transfers roundup regarding Barcelona. In this episode, we have several rumors suggesting the arrival of a striker, while news regarding the contract extension of Dembele seems to have broken down. On the other hand, we have some real bad news on some deadwood players along with many more such updates. So make sure to watch this video till the very end without skipping over any part. Now before we get started, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, share it with your blog and your friends and click on the bell icon and press all to turn on all the notifications.
Now before we begin, a small shout out to OneFootball. If you are a football fan and want to stay updated about the plethora of latest news coming up in the vast world of football, then OneFootball is the best app for you. Be it the latest news updates, transfer rumors or update about club or international football, OneFootball has got it all covered. It is completely free to use and its biggest perk is that it gives you real-time match updates whenever a game is being played out, and whenever there's a major incident in the game, you will be notified by the app. You can select your favorite club and it will suggest you personalized articles. In my case, it's definitely Barcelona. Be it game statistics, current form of your team or individual performances of your players, you get it all. La Liga, Champions League, English Premier League, Serie A, World Cup, Bundesliga, League One, MLS or AFC Champions League, everything you want, it's here. So go ahead, check it out. Link to download the app is given in the description of this video.
Now we start up today's news roundup with some very disappointing news for our club, as it's now being reported by Spanish news publication Sport that Barcelona and Sergi Roberto could meet on Monday to resume his contract negotiations. On the bright side, however, top-tier transfer insider Mateo Moreta is reporting that there is still an economic difference between Barcelona and Roberto during talks over a contract renewal. A new deal is not yet taken for granted. Now, since we are talking about the useless and the deadwood players of the club, it's being reported by journalist Ben Ashraf in a rather interesting report that the Barcelona fans in the Arab world have started sharing the hashtag Busquets en el banquillo, which translates to Busquets on the bench, in an attempt to express their displeasure with Sergio Busquets being in the starting 11, and to be very honest, I wholeheartedly support it. Busquets does not deserve a place in the starting 11. On the other side of the spectrum, we have a very disappointing report about a young player as well. A Spanish news outlet Sport is reporting that with 15 days to go until the transfer window closes, Riqui Puig finds himself in the same situation as in each transfer window. Since he made the leap to the first team, he still has a secondary role, and even more so after the return of Pedri Gonzalez. Now let's just have a quick look at the contract renewal situation of OUSMANE Dembele. It's being reported by journalist Gerard Romero that Dembele has informed Barcelona that he is not going to renew under the current conditions. He does not want to leave in January and is waiting to leave for free on the 30th of June. He considers himself to be a top player and thinks that he should be paid as such. Now, of course, his demands are absolutely ridiculous. Dembele's camp is asking for 200 million euros gross over 5 years, in addition to bonuses of 20 million euros as well as 20 million euros signing bonus. Barca think that no club is capable of paying that extraordinary amount of money. The club, in fact, know this for sure, that no club is able to fulfill these demands. They have spoken to interested clubs like Manchester City and Manchester United as well. Elaborating further on this, Gerard Romero continues reporting that Barca have an option to change Dembele's release clause. They are also considering lowering it. Barca have also communicated to Dembele that if this situation continues, they could place him in the stands, which would mean that he would no longer play for the club for the remainder of his contract. Now, according to a report published by Spanish news outlet Diario AS, Xavi is very disappointed with Dembele. The coach considers himself to be cheated by the player and directly accuses his agent of forcing the no to the renewal. Xavi does not consider leaving the Frenchman in the stands, but he is in favor of his departure in this month as well. Reporting further on this, Sport elaborates that Barca would be able to sign the player if they do manage to get rid of Dembele in this month, which will be a difficult task. The player does not want to leave, and of course he wants to leave on a free. Now, looking at some good transfer news, it's being reported by Sport once again that Barcelona's current negotiations with Erling Haaland are going smoothly, and it looks like there will be enough money to compete for his signature. It will be a big operation with commissions and salary all taken into account. In fact, the report states that a good chunk of the financing of Haaland's signing could be covered with the sales of Philippe Coutinho, Griezmann and Trincao. In another piece of transfer news, it's being reported by Sport once again that Barcelona sent their scouts to Brazil to take a closer look at a 15-year-old player named Endrick. He came on in the 72nd minute when the match between the under-20 of Palmeiras and Goianiense was practically decided already. He did manage to force a penalty which represented the final score of 3-0, and of course Barca consider him to be a very valuable asset.